S-L-A-B. Y'all know who it is.
This is exclusive right here. Street Stars Radio.
Yeah. Hey. Now, baby, I'm the Ripper, your baby daddy's worst nightmare. Catch me by the Claire, I'll be right there. Niggas copy everything we say. Louis frames, eyes lower than my GPA. Riding and swerving, Kush, I'm blow. Doze wide, my trunk bump like Eddie Roll. I don't cake hoes, I never tip the stripper. I'm rich, bitch, but you can call me Cheap the Ripper. Shell toes, yes. PRPS, there's a man riding a horse on top of my chest. Polo fresh, I am Z-Man. I'll be slam dunking Tangeray shots with LeBron. Told niggas keep it Carmelo, okay? Rolled past Dave, told him hello and hey. Me and Cash and something old on 23's hold back window. Save Mama Mel Beach show. Skateboarders grind, I grind too. That's why you can catch me in DC shoes. I quit the team, but believe I'm ballin'. Want a verse, put up a stack of quit callin'. 30s on my Chevrolet, call me super duper. Garage like Roots, I got more whips than Kucha. Riviera sitting on the Bulls' best hooper. Y'all still riding 20s, y'all some Oompa Loompas. Don't swing on niggas, they got bad behavior. My 415s woke up the neighbors. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
You already know what it is. Street Stars Radio, world famous pretty boy Floyd, Chip the Ripper.
Welcome to Terror Dome. I'm your host, the friendly neighborhood baritone. Vocals channel the spirits of old poets. I don't drink, a glass never will hold a wet. Similar to Paul Orange Dunbar. From the crew you thought was just all chorus and one star. Now I'm 1/6 of a clique that runs shit, while commercial counterparts are in constant conflict. I'm a lot of details on my body be scales. I'm from Ida B. Wales, middle seat, feeling good time since like 11 with a window peak, militant mind like Michael Evans. Every posse recline and watch me get applause. Pouring reservoirs on your desert shores. You're witnessing mental and verbal fitness, friend. Tuna Fisher descended from Blake, Michigan.
Hey, wait a minute. Yes.
What?
Who are you? I'm Charlie Tuna.
Competition, listen.
You got work to do.
Go for what you do.
Charlie to LA.
And shake your shoulders.
Bringing it straight to you.
Bend your knees a little.
Today,
Go for what you do.
you can't pass it by.
And shake your shoulders.
Charlie to LA. Coming straight from shop.
All day when I say that I'm much more than just some backpack crap, intelligent rap act, or militant black cat. Killing venomous platinum plaque max, by forever spitting relevant facts, and that's that. Ain't how you play the game, inside the game plays you. Way true, cadence is wild style like phase 2. Touring without rest and blessed. My skull's laced with titanium plates that pass metal detection. Yes, instant vintage, deep in the trenches. Every sentence can leave speakers defenseless. Peeking through fences and speaking bleaker than Memphis. Piquing your interest with heat-seeking intentions.
Hey, wait a minute.
What, man?
Who are you? I'm Charlie Tuna.
Today,
Competition, listen.
you got work to do.
Go for what you do.
Charlie to LA.
And shake your shoulders.
Bringing it straight to you.
Bend your knees a little.
Today,
Go for what you do.
you can't pass it by.
And shake your shoulders.
Charlie to LA. Coming straight from shop. Coming through today.
I'm from the city where they buried Al Capone and house music was born. Robert Kelly performed and heavy styles was shown. I made Hydra and settled miles from home. Coast to coast, LA from Chicago. With the apostle spitting this gritty gospel. The ghetto diplomat, apocalyptic rap. I'm gifted, come to grips with that fact.
Hey, wait a minute.
You're learning while the turntable turning. People should know me more than for just a verbal hermit. Monster.
Yes.
What?
Who are you? I'm Charlie Tuna.
Today,
Competition, listen.
you got work to do.
Go for what you do.
Charlie to LA.
And shake your shoulders.
Bringing it straight to you.
Bend your knees a little.
Today,
Go for what you do.
you can't pass it by.
And shake your shoulders.
Charlie to LA. Coming straight from shop. Hip hop so pop, bust it open and pop. World finna go pop, can't stop the pop. Fannie Willis a cop, Young Thug got pop. Pop Smoke got pop, Tupac was pop. Right hand on my pop, stand back when I pop. Snap, crackle and pop, trap jack in the box. Drive fast and they pop, eat the crabs in a pot. Uncle Remus fried hard mouth sauce in a. Let's get it poppin'. Who's the most popular? Rappers writing op-eds about they soap operas. Prosperous, send black kids to colleges. Meanwhile, on the west side, it's an apocalypse. Hood lessons, grandma's blessings. I was Flintstone, y'all was living like the Jetsons. Now they all threaten when they see us set jetting. It's hard to be a king in this world without
NASCAR iRacing Series heads to the Windy City for the Grant Park 165 tonight. Hi, everybody. How we doing? This is going to be hard. This is going to be really hard. The streets of Chicago, unforgiving. They are very unforgiving and very difficult, to the point where I'll only be able to read chat until qualifying's over. And then I have to hide the chat because it is very hard. So let's get out here and run some laps. I ran some laps before I got on stream, and it went kind of badly. So we'll see how it goes here. 38 laps is the distance tonight. This is about... You can actually almost drive this race without a stint, or without a pit stop. You could race this without a pit stop if you save fuel. My friend Reska tried to do that earlier, but I am not that type of person. I go full send, so I will be going for it and pitting in this race. It's the fuel save's kind of ridiculous, so... and especially since now tires kind of matter at the road courses, we're going to come in and get tires about halfway through this race. So down here at Chicago, we face at Chicago some challenges we don't face anywhere else. First of all, these are city streets. These are regular ass streets. You could get in your car and theoretically drive to this spot right now, or at least until Friday. And then you won't be able to because they close the street. But you can drive these roads in Chicago around Millennium Park, near Soldier Field, near the art museum. There is so much history and interesting things here in the city of Chicago, over the train tracks here, and Lake Michigan just past the horizon. One of the coolest settings for a NASCAR Cup Series race. So we go down the front straightaway, turn one, a hard left-hander here. You brake pretty early here. Left-hander here, avoid the wall. A lot of 90-degree corners here. Second gear through here, and then another right-hander here. You can come down to first gear through here. Now we're on Balbo, and as we go down Balbo, you can see Soldier Field and the History Museum in front. Through this section, you want to start braking right when those black banners end. Second gear, real narrow to here. Really narrow spot. The track really narrows up. And now we're heading back towards the start-finish line here. And we're going the opposite way. On the same stretch of road, you brake at the end of the Geico banners. Second gear, first gear, let the car engine brake. Here's where it gets really difficult. This is the hardest part of the racetrack. Turn 7 right here. Hard downhill over the train tracks into about 2 lanes wide, maybe, through here. High commitment through here as you go through here. In fact, I went a little too committed, but the car's fine. Can't really get the power down through here like you think you can. It's very bumpy. Second gear, down to first gear. Another right-hander, a lot of 90-degree corners. Back over the same train tracks. Brake at the turn markers. First gear. You could probably do it in second, actually. And that's a lap of the Chicago street course. Now, let me try and do this without talking. Damn it. Hit the wall. I've been struggling with wheel hop. You deal with a lot of wheel hop here because it's city streets, right? It's not a racetrack. Racetracks don't typically have, you know, cars just driving on it all day, right? It's not... It also is a city street that has a lot of, you know, weather change. It's Chicago. Chicago gets really cold in the winter, so pavement changes. It gets bumpier. It gets ruddier. So harsh winters and a city street means that this is one of the tougher racetracks we go to all year when it comes to bumps. It kind of reminds me, at least bump-wise, of Iowa when we went to Iowa before the repave. So it's really difficult to kind of get your braking in order because the bumps invite the car to bounce. So as it bounces, car doesn't have a flat plane of traction, and the car just doesn't slow down, and you wreck. So it's really difficult. So I'm gonna try and concentrate here and get some laps in because I'm a little concerned about tonight. This is easily the hardest racetrack we go to all year. Next week we go to Sonoma, which is another road course. We have back-to-back road courses on the schedule this season, and I'm nowhere near as worried about Sonoma as I am Chicago. So let's do this here. So brake at the end of that, maybe right about where that bleacher is on the left. Second gear through here. Track out a little bit, cross over here. You also have to deal with the crest of the road. So as you deal with the crest of the road, you're going to have the car shift. Like the weight balance shifts in this car so much because of these bumps and this crest in the road and everything. Second gear, it gets so narrow here. Track it out. It's going to be very important to get a good exit through there because this is basically the second longest straightaway of the track, and it leads into a really good passing zone in 6. First gear. Next to the Congress Hotel. Narrows up here. This more than ever is a track where you really have to just trust the engine braking in this car. You got to really let the RPMs wind the car down at this place more so than anywhere else. You don't have the carbon fiber, carbon ceramic brake. Like, you don't have the big fancy brakes that most sports cars have, right? You have, while this car is more technologically advanced than any NASCAR Cup car has been in the past, it's still got a lot of stock car DNA. It's still got some, it's still heavy. It's still pretty difficult to get woed up. It still has a lot of horsepower. There's no traction control. There's no stability. So it's still a struggle to get this thing wound down. So it's going to be tough tonight. And then you throw in 35 other people. It's going to be hard. Over the crest. NASCAR 25. Yeah, we're getting this in NASCAR 25. This year, sadly, it's looking like this is probably going to be the last year of the Chicago Street Course. They have a 3-year deal. And NASCAR's already talked about moving the street race to San Diego, which would be cool. It would be a lot of cool to go, or a lot of cool. It would be really cool to go to San Diego. They would probably be going a lot earlier in the year. They would supposedly be going to San Diego in like February or March, basically right when we used to go to Auto Club Speedway before that track was torn down. So a lot of different changes to the schedule. I don't think we're going to be back here at Chicago. There's just a lot of headwinds with this event, and also it's a bummer. The weather has sucked for the first 2 years of this race, and it looks like it's going to be bad again this year. It's looking like a 60% chance of rain on Sunday, which is just unfortunate. But it's a real bummer. Cass, I'm going to be honest with you. The Firecracker 400 is not coming back because the city of Daytona Beach realized that People will go to Daytona for the 4th of July, even if there's no NASCAR race. But I've heard maybe some rumblings that the track that we were at last week, Atlanta, might become the new July 4th weekend, which, if it's anything like that race that we had last Saturday night, sign me up for that being the July 4th date. That race was awesome last Saturday. CFB 26 isn't out yet? No, not yet. It will be out on Monday for me because I have the early access pre-order, and I will be streaming some college football 26 on the channel probably Monday, Tuesday, maybe even some on Wednesday. So be sure to keep an eye out here around these parts for some college football 26 on the channel starting Monday. So yeah, this is going to be tough. This is a hard place. It's really easy to overstep and wreck the car. I'm sure once I get into a rhythm, it'll be a little bit easier, but as you can see, just getting out here on cold tires, really difficult. He did apologize, so we'll give him that. So yeah, really tough racetrack. A lot of bumping. You know, you're going to hit the walls here. You're going to have to be millimeter perfect if you're going to actually win here, which I am not. This is very much one of those races where I am just surviving. We did finish 12th here last year, which I did a lot of practice ahead of that race. I was practicing this for like 3 hours the week of last year, and this year I did not. So I don't know how I'm gonna run tonight. I can picture myself not running all that well, but we're gonna give it a try. You know, we're gonna be professional about it, and you know, we could have skipped this week. We've skipped weeks before, but I kind of don't want to skip this week because, one, it's a road course, and I like road course racing, and two, it's kind of a marquee event now on the NASCAR schedule is the Chicago Street Course, or the street race in general if it goes to San Diego next year. But it would be I would probably regret not running this if I didn't run it. So I would like to run this. I'd rather use my drop week for somewhere that I'm not too keen on racing, like New Hampshire or like Bristol in the fall, the 500 lapper at Bristol, you know, those kinds of things. I'm not too keen on revisiting if I don't have to, because as you remember last year, the whole goal was to run all the races, and we did that. We did that. So this year, you know, I did miss some races because of the move, but you know, I'm eventually going to be a little bit more pick and choosy about the races that I want to do on the second half of the schedule, which, by the way, after last week, we are now officially into the second half of the NASCAR Cup Series season. And what a month of July we now have on the schedule. We go from here to Sonoma, California, a track that we normally go to in June. We're going there in July, so it's only going to get hotter when we go there. And then in 2 weeks' time, we go to Dover, the Dover Motor Speedway, in a couple of weeks. And then after that, it is the Brickyard 400. That will be ran on a Saturday because it is a full-length race for us in NIS. It's 160 laps. So that will be one of those races that we run on the Saturday instead of on the Thursday. So I do appreciate iRacing's sick sense of humor that they gave us overcast weather for Chicago. Really fitting, because we have not had this sunny afternoon in Chicago for the Cup Series. The Xfinity race here last year was ran in the beautiful sun, and it was really gorgeous and cool. And I also remember it because Kyle Larson and Shane Van Gisbergen had an amazing battle the first stage. It was awesome. But we do not... we have never had a dry cup race here at the Streets of Chicago. Both years we had it ended early because of rain. And unfortunately, it's looking like it might be that case on Sunday on TNT. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I don't think the speed's there, but if we could just be confident with our pace, like our ability to keep it off the walls, I think that's going to go a long way. You know what this place reminds me of? And you're going to look at me like I'm crazy at first, but hear me out on it. This place reminds me a lot of Bathurst. And the reason why I say that is because the first 3, 4, 5 hours I drove Bathurst, I sucked there. It's a tough racetrack to learn where all the braking points are, where the braking points are, turn-in points, shift points, especially on top of the mountain. It's really tough. But now that we've been here a couple times and I've driven it enough in this car, even last year, I know we have a tire update since, but, you know, we've had reps here. It's a little bit easier. You kind of have a little bit of a frame of reference to go off of. And that does help. Do we make a pass? Nope. That's the other thing about this layout. I don't think this track puts on the best, or the layout doesn't invite itself to good racing. I think this layout is only good for, like, taking somebody out, which means that it's perfect for NASCAR. That is a passing point. That is a passing zone. It's not recommended to make a pass there, but you can do it. Masochist, but I'd like to see this race in late January. I mean, I think the weather would be basically as good as it was. Goodyear would have to bring a pretty soft tire. Alright. We'll do a couple more. I don't want to wear myself out before this thing. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one. Because it's not so much you racing the track. It's kind of like Darlington, too, where it's like you're racing the track as about as much as you're racing everyone else. So it's a lot of give and take. It's a lot of be smart. It's a lot of thinking smarter, not harder. And it goes a long way to running better. I brake too late. Donk. Didn't hit it too hard. Yeah, we didn't even get damage on the rear. That's ideal. If you're gonna do that, just tap it lightly and keep it going. That's the way to approach this. A lot of this track is in second gear. So this all through here is second gear. Might be able to flirt with third down through here. Yeah, third gear through here. Second gear here. But this is hard. This is the hardest racetrack we will go to out here. Without a doubt. 10 out of 10 on the difficulty scale. Hard racetrack. Because you're not only dealing with all the other drivers and everybody out here and trying to hold your position. The track, if you miss your break, it's a very unforgiving racetrack. When we go to racetracks, like when we go to road course, like let me use COTA for an example. When we went to Circuit of the Americas, which was our last road course that we went to, before the Daytona road course, which was our Mexico City stand-in, we had all the room in the world. You couldn't hit a wall if you tried at COTA. There was a fuck ton of room. There's a ton of room between you and a wall. You got, if you spin off, you know, you can get it recovered. I just did it again, 2 laps in a row. Damn. Okay, well, we'll call it there. You run wide at a road course like that, you're fine. You can get away with it because you're likely going to be, you know, slowing up. Like you're going to be fine because you've got room, right? You could just run wide, take the off track and get back out there, you know? It's not the end of the world. Here, you run wide, you're hitting a wall and it don't fucking move. So, it's a tough racetrack. It's very unforgiving. Concentration has to be high. You really have to be alert. It's the Jolyn Palmer meme. You have to be alert on a street circuit. Like it is very, very hard. Kind of like Monaco. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that. Like a lot of these street courses, like you'd factor in Long Beach. We have what? Long Beach. We have the Detroit. Our version of Detroit is Belle Isle, and that really doesn't count because that version, that's kind of like a parkland circuit. There is some street course to it, but not a lot. But like you factor in some place like St. Pete. Let me use IndyCar for an example. St. Pete, Toronto, the new Detroit circuit, Long Beach. You got to be perfect. Like it's such a difficult challenge because at, you know, where we're at Sonoma next week, you can go ahead and run wide. You can get it in the dirt. You can swing it out wide and be fine for the most part. Like you're not going to hit a wall. You can get it gathered and it's forgiving. Here, it's not. It's very not. It's a very not forgiving racetrack. It's a crazy challenge. It's a crazy challenge. So, I'm hoping that we have a really good, cognizantly smart split who realizes the challenge that we have. You can tell that it's a road course week because there's not as many people registered. Yeah, tough track and tough car. There you go. Cass nails it. If I was in a TCR car, like a sports car, like if I drove like, I don't know, a GT4 car, maybe even like just one of the baseline road cars, like, I don't know, like the fucking Skippy or the GR86. Hell, maybe even the P3, which we've been driving lately. It's a little bit easier to work with because the car is more nimble, right? It's lighter. It's probably got wider tires. It's got downforce. And that's easier to get around this place. You have more available to you, right? This doesn't. Like I've made mention before, it's like a GT3 car, but it's not a GT3 car. It does have a diffuser. It does have a sequential gearbox. It does have independent rear. It does have a tighter turning radius. It does have all those things, but it is still, at the end of the day, a stock car. So it's still heavy. It's still got no traction control. It's still got no ABS. It's still got carbon ceramic brakes. It's hard. Or it doesn't have carbon ceramic. It just has steel brakes. It's a hard car to drive on a street course. So we'll see how it goes. I'm curious to see what we do in 2026. I don't think we're coming back to Chicago, which is a bummer, but I think we are coming back to Chicagoland. That's the rumor, is that we'll be at Chicagoland Speedway again. But I will sure miss the Chicago street course just for the vibes. This was such a cool event, like the first couple years, and unfortunately the rain's kind of ruined it. San Diego is going to be cool though, too, because I think San Diego is a really pretty city. You put this street course near the convention center and the gas lamp district near Petco Park. God, what a beautiful racetrack that would be. Like, that would be a great street course. So, it's a bummer. We'll probably be back here in NIS next year though, because they probably won't have it scanned by then. But yeah, it's a bummer that we're probably wrapping things up at Chicago this year. Thank you, Lith. I will do my best. So I like Chicago. I love the city. Obviously, I'm a little biased. We're running the Chicago Maroons helmet today, by the way. The Chicago Maroons, U Chicago. Deep favorite around here. Everybody here loves the Chicago Maroons. So we're partial to Chicago. I love the second city. I love Chicago. My sister and brother-in-law have been, and I've wanted to go for a while. They loved it when they went. But yeah, wild, really beautiful city. Not the shithole that people describe it as. It's not. All right, let's see if we know anybody in our split. TJ Henderson's in our split. All right. Eugene Thorne's back, everybody. For the first time in like forever and a half, we got Eugene in the split. Let's go. Eugene's with us, everybody. We got Eugene in the joint. Love Eugene. Eugene's good people. Lot of Americans and Canadians, and one person from Argentina and one person from Egypt. Our boy Eugene. Someone get Mr. Cool in here. Mr. Cool loves Eugene. I can picture Cool. I can picture the cube going right now. Oh, we got Eugene. Let's go. Like his little avatar, like bouncing. So 38 laps. So you can do this on no stop. And Reska tried to do that. But I am not a coward. So I'm going to go all out. And we're going to wreck out early. I hope not. I hope not. I don't think we'll wreck out early. But yikes. 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 It's going to be hard. Hey, you know what, though? We could use this to improve our sports car safety rating, though, because this does use your sports car ratings and not your oval ratings. And our sports car rating is in the shitter right now. It's a 1.14 safety rating. So, next 2 weeks, good opportunity to get that back above 2. So, we're going to try and do that. So, okay, everybody, I am going to qualify now, and we'll see how this one goes. Got to remember cold tires on this outlap. cold tires, so we're gonna try and get some heat in this car. Get a little heat. Track temp's higher than it was in practice, so we're gonna have to remember that it's gonna be a little bit greasier on this Q lap than it was before. So, all right, let's give her. Still no grip in the tire. Still heating up, still warming up. Fuck. All right, lap 2 is gonna have to count. Okay, lap 2. All right, well, we're not setting a qualifying time. Great. Fuck. All right. Okay, this is gonna suck. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, we're gonna be deep in the field, too. Okay. Well, chat, I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick, and then we'll see where the hell we start. I don't think it's gonna be very high up, but we'll see. I'll be right back. All right. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and run the ad, so that way we get the ad out of the way. because I don't want you to have a break in the action. We don't have to. So looks like I'm not the only one who did not put down a time, though. Looks like everybody struggled with it. There's only 13 times on the board. Might still end up starting like mid-pack. Which might be for the best, honestly. It's a hard racetrack. It's hard. So yeah, I'll be with you for like another couple minutes, and then I gotta hide the chat because I need to concentrate tonight. So be on your best behavior, okay? No fancy, nobody start, nobody start gooning in the chat, okay? Okay. But yeah, we're at Sonoma next week, which is a road course too, but I at least have a fighting chance there, so I'm not gonna feel needed to lock everything out. So best of luck to you. You got this. Thank you, Zero. I will try my best. I should probably hit ready to race. I am ready to race. So Chicago, Illinois. This place needs an art update because iRacing scanned this during the pandemic as a proof of concept for NASCAR to do this. And then they got it. And then when they got it, they ended up changing the whole infrastructure around this place. So we are getting an art update for this place in September, in the September build, ironically, after it's probably hosted its last race. But yeah, there's like a concert stage in this area here. There's like a giant pit building. There's grandstands here. There's 2 crossover, like there's a fuck ton of shit that's not here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your well wishes. I will now be hiding the chat. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I will do my best. You know I do my best here. I always do my best. Let's give her. Let's try it. So I'm probably going to be pretty quiet tonight. So enjoy the race. I guess that's all I can say. Enjoy the race. All right. Oof. Starting P21. Yikes. Deep in the field. I have to do a full pace lap. We're going to be starting right behind TJ. That's cool. Okay. I do not. Oh, God. This is my reaction to this is just, oh, God. Hey, Eugene said good luck. Eugene said good luck. What a fucking king. Oh, Eugene rules. God, what a king. What a king. Eugene rules. What a nice guy. He actually remembers me. That's so nice. What a cool guy. You know what? I'm going to pass it along. I'm going to pass it along TJ. How about that? You know? It's like when you go through the drive-thru and somebody buys your, your breakfast and you pay it forward. That's what we're doing. We're paying it forward to you. Eugene paid it forward to us. And we're paying it forward to TJ. There you go. You see? This is just like the drive-thru. That was very nice of Eugene. All right. Where's... You mean the left side? All right. I worried about turn 1 because we're deep in the field and there's going to be a lot of people up here. Good chance for wheel hop to happen. The only fighting chance we got is if we get the green flag in the run up to turn 12. If we get the green flag in the run up to turn 12, might be a little bit better if we can get single file. We are crashing on the pace lap. Oh boy. So we'll see how it goes here. There's no point in going double file through here, guys. But we will attempt to get through this here. 38 laps. Expect a mixed strategy. Some people might be going for no stop. Some people will be going for one stop. We're going to go for a one stop. We're going to come and get tires after halfway if we can. We're not going to push it with the fuel savings or anything. It's not worth it for us because we're probably going to get a lap anyways, probably multiple times because we're also starting deep in the field too. 21st is not exactly the easiest spot to start here. Tough to pass. Tough racetrack in general, let alone tough to pass. So we will be having to fight for it today. So we'll do our best here, chat. You know I always do my best. I always try and fight hard for y'all. I appreciate all your support. I won't see what you're writing, but I know you're here. You got my back, and I appreciate that. So thank you so much. All right, here we go. 38 laps, streets of Chicago. Let's rock and roll. And we get the green flag here. And we're underway from the streets of Chicago. Gained 3 spots already. God damn. Dude made a pass on the outside of me going into 6. Holy shit. This guy's ambitious. Wow. Oh, you can't go too wide into here, guys. Yeah, they thought better of it. Okay, good. Oh boy. Malfunction at the junction. That's something that can happen here is because you have such a narrow racetrack. If somebody has a problem, it could block the track pretty easily. We've seen it both years they've come here in Chicago that there's been some sort of accident that's just blocked the entire racetrack. Oh! Sorry. That was never on. I don't know why I did that. Luckily it didn't hit anything, but... Whatever. Put it out of mind. Dig. Let's get back after it. How the fuck you setting that? God damn. Alright, this should be our fastest lap because now we weren't bottled up and we didn't wreck anybody. Real good run through to 4 there. Through 4 and 5 that time. You don't want to get cocky. You really don't want to throw it too hard. You don't want to keep pushing it if you can, because you make one mistake, it's lights out. So hard here. Didn't need to go down to first there. Didn't need to go down to first there either. The irony is, the corner I stay in second gear is a corner that I needed to go into first gear. So many SVG liveries to this week. So many SVG liveries this week. Back end almost stepped out there. Too wide through there shouldn't work. Yeah, we got damage. We got damage. He just fucked up his braking point. And when he did, he just went right into the back of us. I guess that's one way to get around us. But he did blow the braking point, which means if we keep pressure on him, he'll fuck up. So we'll try and do that. Oh yeah, he's going way too hard. No way he's making the end like that. Run my race, don't worry about hims. So tough for lap traffic here. Because the track's so narrow, it's tough to just give the spot away. You got to be real tactical about when you actually let someone by. Not just to hold them up, but like just to safely get by. It's like those mountain roads that you see in like third world countries where like there's only like half a car width of fucking road to go across. It's like those. It's insane. I know I mentioned this last year, but like, it's so tough. This racetrack is very distracting too. Like, it's tough and it's distracting because, fuck, we're racing around buildings. There's skyscrapers, there's bridges, there's streetlights, there's shit that we don't see at typical racetracks that you have to kind of block out that make it so hard. It's the lap car in front of us. See if he decides to get out of the way. I think we'll get him on the front stretch. That's a terrible spot to let me by, but thank you. Leader's already on my relative. Holy shit. Still there. You got it rolling. It's the only place where I feel like I can breathe. Oh boy, this is about to become a real train. If it wasn't before. It's hard but fun. See the brake glow on a couple of these cars in front because it's so hard on brakes here. You can actually see them overheating. I can feel the tires losing grip on corner exit now. The days of staying on the same set of tires that you would on road course races is long gone. Ah, fuck. I just realized that we're coming up on the guy I wrecked. Oh, thank God, he's just giving it to me. Okay, good. I thought he was about to do something stupid, but he didn't, luckily. I think somebody just raided. I can see the chat very roughly on my right, but I can't read it, if that makes any sense. And I think I just saw my raid notification. So whoever raided, thank you so much. I don't have alerts or the chat up in a way that I can read it tonight. So thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated. I appreciate it. If somebody's watching who can, give them a shout out, please. Thank you. The leader is on our ass. So we're going to make this real easy for Mr. Reed. And give him the inside here. Okay, we're halfway on fuel. We're about a lap short from halfway in the race. So if we were to get lapped again, we could probably make it, but I don't want to trust it. Plus, it'd be nice to have rubber. So once we pass the halfway point, we'll go a few more laps. If we get bottled up behind somebody, then we'll pit and get tires. Try and get into clean air. Chicago is so fucking hard. It's fun, but it's hard. That is not a spot. Whoa! See that? Oh, he just destroyed the wall. That car's broke, ain't it? Or not. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's broke. Yeah, he's broken. We'll come in a couple laps. Next time we get bottled up behind somebody near the front stretch, if we get running right behind somebody, we'll come in, get out of traffic. Right now we have a little bit of clean air, as we call it, and it's okay. A lot of open space on this racetrack now. Where the fuck is it? Okay, there we go. Go to 25 at the latest. All right, we are pitting this time because now we're bottled up against this guy again. No point in losing. No point in getting bottled up behind this guy, and now he's actually just going to give it to us. Okay. Thank you for giving it to me as I pit. Real tight pit entry here. Parked in a turning lane. Real unfortunate pit out, though. We have this wall that juts in here. Okay, I gotta be careful. Cold tires. Have to get some heat in them. That's for position. They fixed our damage. I guess the rear damage that we had was not very bad at all. It didn't even show up on the pit stop. Oh, dude, come on, man. Just go around the corner. Don't park it there. Like, just go around the corner. We have this long straightaway where you can let people by. The widest part of the racetrack. You can let people by here. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Oh, not again. He'll give it to us here. He's actually been pretty good about getting it out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was wild. Okay, caught it. Whew. Track's getting greasy. That's what's happening now. The track's got a lot of rubber laid down. And with the track temperature of 105 degrees, it's getting slidey now. So the speeds, lap times, getting a little slower. The grip that we had at the beginning of the race is not there. We need track temp to either drop or to drop. I was trying to compare it to something, and then I realized, no, the track temp just has to drop. You can't take rubber off the racetrack. The only way you can do that is if it rains, and we can't race in the rain. Buddy. Just get the fuck out of the way next time. Fuck. Yeah, everybody's pretty much slowed down now. Fuck. Okay. This is the guy I'm battling. A half second faster that time. Opening the door for me here. Just keep it between the white. Oh no, is TJ hurt? That Bonner guy's hurt. We're up to 11th. Okay, we're losing ground to 10th, but still got 8 laps to go here. Anything can happen. You have to stay alert on a street circuit. That's right. kept it in second gear in 9 or in 11, in turn 11, and it actually was my fastest lap of the day. Things that make you go, Come on, Doug. Doug, out of my fucking way. Thank you. You only had to wait an entire fucking lap. Thank you for parking the bus on me for an entire fucking lap. Make me lose touch of TJ and Thomas. Appreciate it. It's fucking overcast now, eh? Three laps of fuel, but I got 4 to go. They'd not fill me? TJ, no! No, not TJ! What the fuck happened to TJ? Well, looks like we're playing a road game. We're facing 2311's NIS team in Chicago. No pressure. Michael Jordan's team in the city of Chicago. That's a battle, so we got to get out of the way of these two behind me. Don't want to fuck up that battle for third, so get out of the way. It did allow TJ to go up the road, but I could see TJ getting out of the way like I did. TJ is a pretty respectable guy, so... I don't see TJ holding these guys up. Whoop. Found the wall. Twice. Oh no, he cooked it! Get it together, buddy. Alright, now I've officially lost TJ. Never mind. TJ's driven away. Ah, well. I did the right... I was trying to do the right thing for the leaders, so... Oh, well. We're still in a pretty respectable position, so... Besides, TJ... I wrecked TJ last week at Atlanta, so... I felt bad about that, so... you know what? You have 8th. It's all good, buddy. Oh, man. Okay, this guy's just sloppy now. Oh, man, we are going to be sputtering to the line, chat. We should have put more fuel in it. We got to save hard, fast. All right. If it coughs, it coughs. White flag. All right, we should make it. Holy shit, a top 10 boba on the streets of Chicago? Let's fucking go. Woo! Nice job, everybody. Fourth top 10 of the year. It's been a tough year, but hey, you know, we're kind of starting to get it together a little bit here, you know? Where is everybody? Hi. Oh, Muppet rated. Okay, now I gotta get caught up, everybody. So I see... Okay, Muppet rated. Thank you for the raid, Muppet. Thank you for the follow, Lima Lass the Crab Slayer. Top 10, good shit. Thank you, thank you. Boba, that autocorrect though. Bobo, top 10. Hell yeah, I'm very proud of that. Sorry again, like I said, I couldn't have chat up because you gotta lock in here. But man, that was fun. That was good. I'm not gonna lie to you, I had not a lot of confidence going into tonight, but leave here with a top 10 is sick. That's great. P9 on the season or on the race tonight. That's our fourth top 10 of the year, our second in the last 3 races. And this one was pretty much on merit. So we'll take that for sure because we have had a nightmare of a first half of the year. So to leave here with a top 10 is nice. I'm very happy with that. Let me see if I can find where was I chasing down TJ? I think it was here. Yeah, I need to get a screenshot of TJ and I going into... There we go. Oh yeah, he's got damage. But enough about that. Let's look at that pretty number 50 with the Chicago Maroons helmet in the car this week. There we go. Good points day. Absolutely good points day. Yeah, we're really happy with that one. That one was anytime you can leave here with a good finish is a good day. And leave here with a top 10 on the streets of Chicago. Man, that's awesome. We need a cool shot of it going around. Oh no, there's the angle. That's the shot. So now we gotta go whoop, all the way up. There we go. And then I love taking pictures of Chicago. Such a cool racetrack to take photos at. There we go. And then we'll get some of early on in the race. Maroons. Can I get a street sign in the shot? Where is the street sign here? Oh, there it is. Whoop. There we go. Maroons. Let's get some of that texture out of here. There we go. And then I want to get one around the fountain or at least facing the Toyota sign. Like I said, it's such a photographic racetrack because it's a city street track. It's a street course, right? So can we get it with like suspension like handling and the car jumping around? There we go. That's a cool shot. Left rear's kind of in the air. That's cool. That's a cool shot too. And let me swing this this way and take a picture of it going through here. Michigan and Jackson. Okay, and we'll do one more. I wish we had the L train in the background, but we don't. There we go. All right. That was fun. What do you think, chat? You think we did pretty good? I think we did pretty good. I think we did kind of good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty happy with this one. Mm, pretty happy with this one. This was a tough racetrack, and we got a top 10. And like I said, going into tonight, I was kind of pessimistic, but we ended up with a really good night and 2 top 10s in the last 3 races. Could have been 3 straight. I think I'm kind of getting my mojo back. And you know what else? I don't feel drained at all. I'm not tired like I was after Daytona, the Daytona Roadie. Like I actually feel pretty good. So I'm getting my sea legs back under me too. So yeah. It's the toughest racetrack we go to all year, and we had a top 10. So super proud of that. Super proud of everybody. For watching. I know I couldn't read the chat during the race, but I appreciate y'all sticking around and watching. I'm glad it was still somewhat entertaining, even though I couldn't interact with you. We'll be back to business as usual next week. Thank you, comrade. Comrade, I didn't even mention that you are here, and I am DD. Top 10 boba. Top 10 boba will probably be Saturday, maybe Sunday, because I'm going for dinner with my coworker from my old job tomorrow. That's the first time she's going to see me as D, which I'm super excited for. And then Saturday, my mom is taking us all out for dinner, like a fancy dinner at a steakhouse type thing, because she got her first bit of money from her divorce settlement. So she wants to treat me, my sister, and my brother-in-law to a nice fancy steak dinner. So I'm gonna enjoy both of those things like crazy this weekend. Now, knowing that I'm leaving here with a top 10. Yeah, it's probably the keg, Hayes. You're right. Probably the one overlooking Niagara Falls. But no, honestly, thank you very much. Zoe, yeah, you're late. We already finished. We finished P8 though, or P9, top 10 boba. So everybody can get boba. You're allowed to tomorrow. So top 10 boba. We haven't had too many of these top 10 bobas lately, so enjoy them while we got them. Next stream will be Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. You may have noticed I've been driving the LMP3 car lately. They're doing a 2-hour race at Okayama with GT4s and LMP3. It's an official series. I want to work on my long run pace, like my long stint endurance type pace. So we're going to be doing some of those over the next few weeks. I am bowing out of the Spa 24. I will not be a part of Marai's team for that. But I want to focus on getting my long run stints back in the way that I want it to be, because I don't think it's there yet. I'm still struggling with it, so I want to get better at it. So we'll be doing some long run practice. It's a race, like it's a 2-hour race, but Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Hopefully you could join me when we do that. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Crab Slayer, Lima Last, the Crab Slayer, for the follow, Muppet for the follow, Finn for the Prime sub. Thank you for Faster French for donating 2,000 bits, which is crazy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lith. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Cass. Thank you, Hayes. Thank you, Comrade. I am Didi. Real Racing Roots, Steffi, Finn, Frankie, Cass, Sweat, Windy, everybody. Thank you so much for your support. I'll never ever take it for granted. You know that. So I hope y'all have a wonderful Friday, and I'll be back on Saturday for I don't even know what the fuck that series is called. I think it's like IMSA Sports Car Challenge, or I don't fucking know. I'll get the official name for Saturday. We are gonna go off and raid Mini. Mini is streaming TNT Evolution. TNT Oi. 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 TNT Oi. 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 TNT Oi. 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 TNT Oi. 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 TNT. I'm dynamite. TNT. I'll win the fight. TNT. I'm power load. TNT. Watch me explode. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. I'll see you on Saturday. Bye, everybody.